I think I should have started my journey a little earlier today because it's a long way to go. Today's destination is going to be a little further away than my regular kind of destinations that I showed in my other videos. And if you are for the first time here in my channel, which is a high chance, I would say it's a low chance for many of you to be a regular audience. And that's what is causing me to have to tell you that if you are here for the first time in my channel, in my video project, then you know I keep my videos entirely uncut. From the beginning till the end. The way it is, without any slightest bit of touch of editing or anything. I just keep it raw and real. So that's what I was saying. It's a long way to go. Today is a different place. It's not Moonlight Lake or it's not any cemetery or graveyard that where I did few of my videos both in Bangla and in English. It's a new place for all of you. And also I need to mention that it's a place not quite familiar to me either. I did visit that place just a couple of times. And yes, a couple of times, just 2 times, I had to visit the place. And last time I visited was long ago. So, for me, it's kind of a new place as well. As I told you in other videos that it's kind of challenging to keep my entire the documentation of my entire journey uncut. Yesterday evening I phoned from this spot So I have no chance to stay for a while here because sun is going to set soon. And if I wish to utilize the daylight, I have no chance to have the luxury to take a pause and stand for a while on any spot. YouTube keeps astonishing me just non-stop, quite ceaselessly. I have to admit that. And let me explain what I meant. I was checking the analytics of my channel. I was astonished to find out that my English videos are getting more views comparatively to my Bangla ones. So I got astonished. I was surprised because my English videos actually are not, the views that my English videos received, they were not viewed by any Westerner people yet, and in quite understandable reason, because it's quite a new channel and it would be, I can expect my channel to cross over the ocean and reach out to the people, to the audience of the West so quickly. So when I was checking out the analytics, I saw that my English videos are being viewed by people from this very country whose native language is surely not English. And this is me. If you wonder who the person talking and filming behind the camera, so I'm enjoying so far this kind of dramatic behavior from YouTube. also another thing that couldn't help but surprise me is that all these long videos, the English ones and also the Bangla ones, as you know, or probably you don't know if you are for the first time here, they are long. They're painfully long, boringly long, excruciatingly long, a never-ending kind of long videos. And I'm saying these words keeping in mind the patience, the level of patience and the span of attention of modern day people in contemporary world. And don't forget, I'm very new, just a novice in YouTube or this filmmaking community. And those boringly, let's say boringly and painfully long videos are being viewed just entirely from the beginning till the end. That's what astounded me, I would say. Totally beyond my expectations. How could someone whom I don't know, I have no chance to figure that out, know the person. How could someone watch my entire video, such long videos, from beginning till the end, and moreover, not just Bangla videos but the English ones, and surely English is not his or her native tongue, because the geographic location or demographics, whatever you call it, they suggest that all my viewers are from this very region. And yet they're watching it. Quite inspiring. But here's the thing though, it's not like if my video project, either Bangla or English ones, were not receiving that much views, then I would have stopped making films just out of disappointment or hopelessness. That's not what was going to be the case. I mentioned in some of my previous videos, especially the one quite recent one called notes from a cemetery, which I filmed literally in a cemetery, in a graveyard. I have shared my views, my philosophy behind this whole project, and my art theories. So I have to cross the road, trying not to be absent-minded, talking, walking, crossing road, and filming. So I was expressing my determination, my philosophy behind this whole project. I said that even if my this audio-visual books, and that's the word, that's the term I use to describe my videos. It's kind of an audio-visual book. If they don't get enough views, surely that would be a sad experience for me. No doubt about that. I'm a man who is prone to be sad, just like he knows how to be happy. So look at the number of private cars. I can't avoid mentioning this thing every time. The quantities of private cars, private vehicles in a country which the world knows or labels as a poor country, or let's say as not something rich country, not some kind of rich country. That's what I was trying to say. I'm taking the foot over bridge. I used the same route the other day. In one of my films, title was probably Let Us Have a Walk on the Streets of Dhaka, probably episode 2. So sun is going to set soon, as I already hinted to you. And my goal is to get to the destination before it's dark. So I have to cross the road. Thankfully there was a signal. Now I've taken another path. I'll just keep following this path straight. Not exactly straight. By the end of this path there will be a turn on the left. I'll take the turn. But in simple word, I'll keep following this whole pavement, which will hopefully take me to the destination. Now those of you who are still there with me, walking with me in this uncut raw video in the most chaotic and noisiest city on planet Earth, I would say congratulations to you all. Surely you deserve award for patience. So what you can see on my left, that huge magnificent structure, the architectural wonder, I would say, for this country, and one of the great architectural achievements in entire world is the National Parliamentary Building, which is accompanied by this huge open green grass pasture. In one of my films, which I was shooting in nighttime, after the evening, in dark, I was trying my best. Probably didn't try my best to capture this whole, to show you this structure from some different angles. And what happened, once I went back home and played it back, watching it in bigger screen, I discovered that my film, the part of this national monumental building, the parliamentary building, wasn't looking that bad. So I could have been way more sincere, a bit more professional while trying to capture the scene of this building, but I wasn't. And yet my camera did the job on my part. So even though the scene was not great, of course, but it was not that disappointing, considering the man behind the camera, who is just a novice. And that evening, this whole area was looking like some kind of festival, carnival. Today is not, because it's not a weekend. And yet many people are expected to come and be here, sit here, hang out, spend time with friends and family after evening. So if I want to film this same area today after evening, while I'll be on my way back home, you can see the same thing again. But I'm not sure if I'll take this very route to come home back. So that's the building, National Parliamentary Building, to which I have no entrance. I don't know exactly why, but me as an ordinary citizen, I don't think I have any permission, or I'm allowed to go inside the area. Getting past the fence and take a look closer, I probably don't have that permission. As you saw, many security personnel all around the place. I'm going to show you this very place from the behind part, because where I'm going, that is the behind side. Over that side, behind this structure. I kind of explained a little bit about this whole project itself in my last video. Again, the title of that video is Notes from a Cemetery, Episode 1, which means I intend to make it a kind of a series. If I want, I'm not sure. I hope I would like to continue making that series. Those are kind of monologues. So in that video, I was stating why I like to keep my video project like this. This kind of weird, out of norm videos. I mean uncut, and absolutely the way it is. So now you can see that metro railroad, which has recently been built. And I love these buildings, aesthetically so appealing. Just red brick buildings, so beautiful in my eyes. I don't know how they're appearing in my camera. Of course, they're red buildings. They should appear red, not green or yellow. So the reason why I keep my videos this kind of weird, strange way is because I said that I want to give my audience, my viewer, not viewers. Let's say I'm thinking about just one viewer who's still with me, having lost his or her patience, and I want to convey the sense of complete journey. The adventure. A sense of authentic walking tour, a pure sense. Not any kind of editing, no background music, nothing, no sentimentalism, no deception, no pretension, nothing. And that's what reflects my art theories, my personal art faith. Maybe that's not a very common phrase, art faith. I don't know how they come or pop up in my mind while doing this kind of walking, talking. That's another entrance to the National Parliamentary Building complex. And again, me as an ordinary citizen, I'm not allowed to get inside. So I'm now under that structure, that metro rail bridge. This bridge is connecting two different parts of the city. I mean, That's needless to mention because that's what a bridge does. That's what a bridge is designed to do. And trying to solve the traffic problem of this city, which is a decade-long issue for the residents of this city. And I quite often can't help but make my comment as being a social critic. Why this traffic problem has no hope to be solved. Doesn't matter how many structures like this, these kind of very expensive projects are being materialized. Unless and until the number of private vehicles are controlled. When I say that, you as my viewer, not viewers, you one singular viewer, might be inclined to view me as some kind of socialist. Am I against capitalism? Which would be a totally different topic. Surely, I'm not sure if I would call myself socialist. I don't quite understand these systems in order to be eligible to make any comments, but surely I'm not a capitalist. Surely this whole thing, this entire problem is a result of capitalism. That's what I'm certain about. I don't need to be an expert or quite a learned man on this topic to be able to have this realization. So I'm glad to be there, not later the sunset but before. And do I need to say that this part is quite nicer than the rest of the whole areas I've gone through. So this was my destination, this huge garden, or let's say park, but interestingly it has quite a beautiful name with some romantic connotation. What I mean by that, but before going to that name chapter, this is the behind part of this National Parliamentary Building. And highly secured and protected place. As you can see, not common people can sit here for understandable reason, which is why this place looks so neat and clean. So I have nothing to do with that part other than just take a look and show it to you, just give you a glimpse. But I have something to do with that part, which is the garden. And I'm coming to this part now. I mean this name topic. This is a park, as you can see, one of the main recreational parks for the city dwellers, but it's called garden. This park is called in Bangla, which is the native tongue of this nation, Chandrima Garden. And if I have to translate this name, I have to be extra careful while crossing this road because the vehicles tend to be super speedy while they come here. They feel tempted to speed up their cars. So if I have to translate the name into English, literally, Chandrima Uddan. Then Chandrima means moonlight, which surprisingly many native Bangla speaking people don't even know. Because that's a word of high Bangla. You need to be literate well enough to know one of the synonyms of moonlight in Bangla. So Chandrima is moonlight and Uddan means garden. So Chandrima Uddan means moonlight garden. And you should probably give me congratulations for making it on time. I thought since I was a little late to go out, get out of my home and start filming, I thought maybe I won't be able to make it on time. It's beautiful, it's beautiful. I don't need to describe it at all. You can see. Today, there are few people. What I mean by few people, because if you are from somewhere, a country from West, a country in the West, then to you these people are many people in your experience, but to my experience, being a citizen of one of the most crowded and most densely populated countries, this I would say is a few people. Doesn't it look magnificent, this bridge? It's one of the iconic scenes for this city, iconic structure. I hope I won't be in any trouble for filming. Surely not, because it's a public place, and yet there might be people who are highly sensitive toward cameras. So maybe now at this point I can say we're having few people there, yet I would say many more people actually gather in this place in the weekend or on a public holiday, which makes sense. But you, as my audience from the West, if you are, might be already scared by by the presence of all these human beings. I'm going to show you another interesting thing. What I'm approaching right now is a grave. Grave of one of the former presidents of this country, whose name is Ziaur Rahman. But this grave is actually highly controversial one. Why? Let me tell you about that in short. And one thing, this costly grave complex was built, of course, during the reigning time of his party, which is Bangladesh Nationalist Party, or in abbreviation BNP, who are not in power anymore for almost over a decade, and they, quite understandable reason, they spent a whole lot of money to make this place, to make this grave look glorious and something magnificent. But the thing is, historically or evidentially, many people know that in this grave over there, that gentleman is not buried. He was brutally assassinated, killed, and there is no evidence that his body was even found. So many people take it as a symbolic grave for that gentleman. That's all I needed to just clarify. Hopefully I haven't made any politically biased or prejudiced comment here. What is there? It's a seminar hall, that's what it said. Oh, on one side it says seminar hall, the other memorial hall. So let me continue walking around here and there. As I mentioned in the beginning that I'm not a frequent visitor to this place. For me, it's the third time, and last time I came here was years ago. So we are here in the Moonlight Garden, or Moonlight Garden, but I made it Moonlight Garden. A garden lit up by moonlight. of course, highly recommendable is this place for any of you visitors from any foreign country. Let me proceed toward little less crowdy and shadowy part, and I would say I'm impressed by the neatness, cleanness, well organizedness what a word, organizedness of this entire place. The greenery and all these trees, plenty of them on both sides. This is beautiful. Fitness Club Square, that's what is inscribed on the wall for the children to skate around. Nothing more to explore there on the other side. Let me see how I can get over there. These are dry leaves, and I love the sound of leaves getting crushed and cracked beneath my shoes. Hopefully my DJI camera is quite faithfully capturing all the sounds. I'm in love with my camera, actually. It has at least 6 microphones inbuilt in all directions, up and down and left, right, front and rear, to capture all the sounds. And I don't use any Bluetooth audio transmitter, which I also have, which comes along with this whole package. I tested that one, but the problem is, even though the voice clarity is better with the transmitter, my camera fails to capture the other sounds in this precision, the sound of the surroundings, just like the chirping of the birds right now. I believe it's been captured very well. If I was using that Bluetooth audio transmitter, the chances that was not going to be that impressive in terms of capturing all the sounds around me. It's a beautiful place, especially in this part. The smell, aroma of nature, it's awesome. It's a wild smell. Quite a spacious place is this. I am loving this place. The only drawback is This place is little far away from where I live, from my residence. Two other places that I showed in most of my videos till now are close to my home. But I would love to come here, of course, many other times. Ah, how beautiful, how clean and well maintained. I'm in love. I'm in love with this place. So good. I feel I'm rewarded to be here after that long walk. For me, that walk is not that long though, because that's my regular kind of walk I take every day afternoon around this time. And I usually get done with my walk by evening. Again, mistakenly, my camera was flipped around, flipped at my face. Oh, come on. Surely this place, this greenery, this nature is way more attractive than my face is. Another open land. But that's not part of this let's say well-maintained area. You can see an iron fence behind the bar. That's another place, not part of this park though. If you're still there with me, hey, dear viewer, my one single faithful, loyal, passionate viewer, if you're still there with me, then I believe you're also feeling rewarded, just like I am. Great place to hang out. Undoubtedly for the couples. And there you can see the water. So this is a self-sufficient place. Just adequate with everything, every natural elements. You can have the water as well. A pond. So calm and quiet. On the other side of the fence, over there, boys are playing cricket. See, my video is still going on. My camera keeps rolling on without any pause. No break, no pause, no interruption. It will stop when I will command it to stop. Beautiful. So I think I already have taken a tour all around this place, at least on this side. There is another side over there which also demands me to take a walking tour, which means my video is going to be even longer. I don't mind that. You as a viewer, you have the right to mind. For me, free man, free soul, I'll keep going. Since I'm not doing any kind of vlog, lifestyle vlog, or any kind of thing that all those online contents that are ruling over internet, getting huge views, that's not what I'm doing. That's not my desire. That's not my mission about my project. I'm documenting life and people and everything, the nature. And that's the obligation for a documentarian, because that's how I view myself. That's what I label myself with, or label myself by. So being a documentarian, I just can't do some shortcut, brief vlog type videos. I feel obliged to film the entire tour and make sure I'm doing an entire tour, not an incomplete partial tour. So this is another side of this very park, Chandrima Uddan, the Moonlight Garden, which is my translation, by the way. Nobody calls it as Moonlight Garden. How beautiful, how charming, how aesthetic, how appealing this place is. I'm so thankful. So I can see the boundary wall over there, meaning I'm doing the entire tour of this place. Green and green and green, all shades of green. Bye. As I mentioned, great place for the couples, for the lovers, lovebirds, to hang out and spend time. Uninterrupted time. Peaceful time. So this huge place tour is coming to an end, the tour. And again, the sun is also going to set. My gratitude to the sun as well for helping me with sufficient sunlight. To film this entire site, place, this park, this slice of nature as faithfully as possible by the presence of that light. So there are many routes and I'm not sure which route should I take. Maybe that way, maybe. I mean, there are paths from all directions. They all are calling me at the same time. Hard to decide on. Few badminton courts and this one encircled area, and again green everywhere. So lovely. What you're missing, of course, if not the sight or the sound, just like the sound beneath my shoes, the cracking of all this dry leaves, dry and died dead leaves, I would say. What you are missing is the smell of nature. So now, already familiar with this spot, that grave, controversial one, doesn't matter. Grave is a grave. As long as it's regarded as a grave, even if there is not any body or bones buried inside, still it's a grave, because people believe it to be a grave of someone. That president, Mr. President, former one, is highly controversial one also in the political context, in the sense of political history, because anyway, I don't want to make further comment about that. That's not my topic in today's video. Kind of like an amphitheater style of gallery, which I can show you the exterior, maybe from the front. So yeah, goodbye, grave. Rest in peace, wherever you are. How beautiful, I mean, Look at the spaces. This entire park is offering you so many places you can take a seat. Over there you can see so I'm happy, I'm glad, I'm thankful to be able to have a complete tour. Now I'm quite convinced that my tour was pretty complete with a persistent mind and attitude of mind. Attitude of mind, I said. And my persistent mind. My non-native tongue. Might not be able to have precise pronunciation of English all the time. Although that's my desire. Make sure. Oh, I was going to just collide with one of the skaters, and what would happen? My camera would just be totally shattered. That would be a nightmare. I should be a bit more careful here and everywhere. So that's the entrance, that iconic bridge on the water. It's a lake. It's a lake. And see how beautiful it looks, all the stairs. Stairs on both sides, over there and there. So by crossing this shackle, I can now feel content to say goodbye to you, and thank you very much for all your patience and your tolerance toward my painfully long videos. Love you all.